Dark Age this time around. We have Eighth Wonder here. Let's introduce the players. He is playing. It looks as though as the Pocket this time around. He's playing as the Koreans. His flank then is Nick playing as Spanish. The other flank on the other side is Dogal playing as Huns. Let's do chat off so these spectators do not bother us too much. And I will do mute as well. It's probably wise. All right. So across from Dogal then, I remember Dogal's playing as the Huns, is Spanish from Nikov, and Nikov's Pocket is VM playing as the Koreans. The final player then is Miguel on the right side playing as the Huns, and that means he's up against Nick playing as the Spanish. So it's actually same positions again. So we have Koreans Pocket, Huns flanks versus Spanish. So it's pretty interesting that, again, last game didn't really work out, but again, the matchups are similar. So Spanish versus Huns, pretty interesting, but Koreans Pockets, kind of weak, but I guess if both teams have it, they're going to have to deal with the same issue. And I do like the random civs, and they do this quite a lot. And with the non-tournament games, we get to see some different stuff. So. Alright, so Nikov here is the Spanish. Let's take a look at his map. His gold, I'm actually struggling to see it. Wow, his main gold is way on the back here. And I guess being on the back, that's quite good. But on the hills, not really the best location. Now, with his map, he could wall it in quite easily. The real issue for him is that it's way far away from his base. So if he loses position on it later in the game, it's going to be in a bad spot. His other goals as well, way out far away from his base. So he's going to struggle a little bit with that. I do think... Did he just... His scouts up 3H... One bore... I'm pretty sure he lamed. Well, he's going to bring that in. How many boars do we have here? I'm confused. Yeah, looks like we have... I apologize for my jerking my mouse all around, but did he war his own boar with his scout? Was it behind the... Either way, for some reason, we have the scout from Nikov quite weak, and he wore the boar at least close to the scout with her, or had a scout conflict. Yeah, scout conflict, okay. I obviously missed out on that, amongst other things, and... I probably, let's try it this time around, Glockin. Let's try lowering the scroll speed and see how I do with it. Ugh, that's like murder for me, but we'll try it. So anyway, it's hard for me because I'm not used to it, but I feel like it's better for people as a viewer. So we have Dogal here. He has a forward gold. Remember, he's playing as the Huns. I could potentially be going scouts. He's up against Spanish, and he's going to bring that boar in now. And he has a back gold here. He also has a stone, which is right within his wood line. And his wood lines could be an issue, as is this sensitivity for me. I'll make it a little bit higher. We'll see. Yeah, I can't deal with it, Glockin. You're saying it's fine now. And I'm just trying. I figured I would try it at some point anyway, so we'll go back up. We'll deal with it. Go with what I'm used to. So, Spanish could potentially drush, and we'll have to see if that's the choice for Nikov. He's going to get the barracks out. The other side, we haven't really looked at all the maps yet. We've been focusing on other things, but we do have Huns here from Miguel. And, of course, Huns could always choose to drush because they are up against Spanish, which might drush. So, we have the barracks coming up from Miguel and a wall, and so he might just drush himself as Huns versus right now Nick, who I'm not seeing the barracks just yet, but he could go for that shortly, and we'll have to pay attention to that. Now, as Koreans, it's kind of interesting. I mean, they're not a great Knight Civ, much like we saw last time. And we have 3 bills going forward from 8th Wonder. I'm not sure where he's going. There's actually, well, he's missed out on some sheep, but we'll have to see what he's going to do. I mean, he'd go forward, but he's saying that in the chat. I mean, I'm kind of acting like I know what he's going to do, but I've read what he's going to do. If he goes forward, it's a bit of a risk. Uh, he's got to go a long way. And, the other pocket, his map, well, his goal's quite open and exposed, so it could work out. He said forward canceled, so I guess he's not going forward. Alright, so Drush is coming in, and if you look at that, this scout, almost stopping that palisade wall. Dogel still keeping his scout alive. Yeah, just still keeping his scout alive. So palisade wall only on 82 HP, but should be enough for now. These two Drush gonna fight now, and Nikov fighting Dogel. Dogel running away, but probably aware now that Nikov is there. They're gonna fight now. A little bit of Drush micro, and I think Nikov had the real nice trail there. And if you look at that, you should be getting some good hits. It's hard to really tell. Yeah, I do think that it's just going to cancel out, but if you look, yep, definitely Nikov winning that. So Drush coming in for Miguel. Nick going just for scouts. The barracks still had not come up, and he did get the house wall up, and he's going for the stable now. Now, in the position of Miguel, you see the Feudal Age upgrade come in for Nick. He had to try and stop the stable from getting up. He hasn't actually found the stable just yet, but I think he's coming to try and stop it. He hasn't found it, and if the stable gets up, then he's going to really struggle if he doesn't have the walls up at home. He has one wall here, and, well, he might need to quick wall his bills. He could be okay, we'll have to see. He's quite exposed, so this Drush will probably be focused off first by the scouts of Nick, but it's going to have minimal impact once the scouts come out, so he needs to do the damage now. Pockets on their way up. VM seems to be doing standard stuff here, going barracks. We did say Korean Knights are quite weak, but Knights is probably going to be the choice because they're just so much faster and they can help out the allies on the flanks. Drush actually coming back right now from Miguel, and that leads me to believe he's quite scared of the incoming scouts from Nick. And he's actually not up to the next Aegis, so he can't make any spears, so he might be sending this back. At gold, it's quite bothersome to even quick wall, so he's going to make it archery range. So that's good as Huns, of course. He's got to protect his villagers on the gold here. The one's below the hill as well. Could get wedged in. Of course, one of these is kind of weak as well, but bringing his Drush back seemed to be a good idea. Just a scout going down there from Miguel. The spear's now out from Miguel, and I think he should be okay. There's a couple weak scouts. He does have his Drush. It's just a matter of getting your positioning right. VM is already clicked up, and the stable has come out, so it's kind of expected. Quick wall around his gold. He's going to secure that. And stables also come out for 8th Wonder. All expected stuff. Now, on this side, I do like the map for Nikov. I mean, Nikov going on stone already is Spanish, which is nice because you can get the conquistadors out. Going for the market, which is really interesting. Blacksmith market? Okay. But anyway, really nice map. I talked about the back gold, but look at the wall potential here. I really like it. Now, Archer's coming in from Dogel, though, in the Feudal Age right away, and going to pick one off. So this walling is really beneficial in this situation, as Archers come in from Dogel. Also, Nikov's pocket is going to be able to help him out quite soon. So I think that Nikov might be able to get away with it, and Dogel's going to have to definitely do the damage. Now these foragers are going to have to go back, and there's not yet +1. Oh, there is +1. And 4 HP, 1 HP, there you go. Villager going down. That one's probably going to get back. Where are these archers going to go now? There's more walling here, and I guess this is the only way they can go. And at that rate, Dogel's probably going to go towards VM. Now the archers are going to just engage, go through the TC. Quick wall with another market from Nikov, and almost killing the archer. And that archer's pretty much useless now, just cause a little bit of idle time, really. I'm interested to see if the other Spanish player is on stone. Putting a watchtower on the gold, and where is the stone actually? Stone there, not on stone. That could be a huge deal if Nikov's able to get away with getting out a castle pretty early, but the Vill's going down. I like what Dogal did. He actually lured the Vill over. Nikov thought that this was the only archer here, and so he chased it down, and he lured the Vill over with 3 HP archer and killed one off. And so now, only having a barracks is Nikov, and he's struggling. You're going to need the help quickly from his pocket. Knights are going to come over from 8th Wonder, and it's kind of 8th Wonder's time. 8th Wonder needs to come over quickly, and he could run Knights through the TC, and this TC is going up from Nikov quickly on the stone. See if he can get in time, while the Knights from VM coming over as well. Team games are so important. You get up and you help out your ally. I think this TC will definitely get up in time. Also a nice wall here from Nikov. I think this is smart. This gold's exposed in the back, very far away from all his TCs. And Knights are coming in from 8th Wonder. It's going to be a little late though. And Knights are also going to just come back in from VM now. Now I'm seeing some activity down here. It's just still some scouts. I don't think they'll do all that much because TC is now going up from Miguel. And Miguel looks like he's going into archers on the other side. Desperate quick walls from Nikov, though, who seems to be struggling, and it's kind of the risk you take when you try and get the castle up and go conquistadors. But the help is here from VM, and VM needs to clean these knights up. Those knights still could do some damage on the villagers there, and really nice that Nikov thought to wall this off, because for now it's saving him a little bit of time. He can collect the gold. Still, these archers are gonna pose a problem, especially if Dogal gets up to the next stage. He's Huns, he has 4 ranges already to go cav archers. It's not looking good. Now Miguel, he has hit the castle age. He's somehow, I'm not actually sure, it looks like he has some units here, but he's gotten onto this side. Nick is not yet up. Of course, Nick has gone scouts upon him, and could go cav arch as well, and he has his crossbows here now. He will transition, and he's caused some problems here. Nick's coming back. Of course, 8th Wonder is here back on this side, and he's going to help out. So it looks like both the Spanish players quite weak, and castle is going up now for Nikov, which should pretty much keep him safe. So Nikov should rise in score now. He should be okay. Look at this, though. Miguel doing a great job with his crossbows. Nice micro, going to kill these scouts. Also could delay the siege workshop for now, which is very nice. I like how he's spreading his crossbows on the wood line. And 8th Wonder sending all his knights over. But this is really nice work. Only having 5 crossbows here, he's really maximizing them all. Now, if you look, he has 2 ranges going up to 3 TCs, and he's done a lot of damage with only 2 ranges. And for Nikov, Miguel, and VM, they're pretty much untouched right now. And the Conquistadors, they are darn strong. Dogal's not even up to the next stage. Of course, crossbows, cav archers, they're not too bad against Conquistadors, but Conquistadors are a fine raiding unit. And this castle, more than anything, is going to provide a lot of cover for Nikov. I think once Nikov, with this wall here, once he's able to get a TC up on this gold, he's in a great position, because that's still pretty exposed. Cav archers could still raid that pretty easily. So he's sending Conquistadors out now, and just looking at the gold from Dogal, it still could be raided. He doesn't have a TC yet, because he's not in castle. VM's going to try and... look at the wolves, actually. He's going to try and hit 8th Wonder. Comparing upgrades, still no upgrades on the Knights. 8th on 3 TC should be fine. And 8th Wonder actually going to take a good fight there, because he's bringing his units back. Conquistadors are pushing in, but if you get in close to these archers, in that mass, they can take out the Conquistadors. Now, still, I'm not seeing... Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my cat today, but she's being really clingy, and she just stepped on the mute button of my mic. So if you're not hearing me okay, let me know, but you should be hearing me fine. But anyway, I was going to say Nick is still not on stone, and so that means no Conquistadors and probably Knights from him, and he's invested in a lot of upgrades for his Knights. So as far as raiding goes, it's probably not going to be near as possible for him because all the walls that are coming out. We do have A lot of crossbows from Dogao here. It is kind of hard for me, honestly, to distinguish between the green and the teal. But so if I say something incorrect, I apologize. But Dogao is pushing in upon Nikov right now. There is a Mangonel potentially coming out from Nikov, but I don't think he'll actually need it. He just needs to be careful, get a TC up there, and he's already done that. So I like VM trying to put pressure upon the other pocket, but at this point, I just think he needs to keep up an eco. He's only 2 vills behind. Make sure he doesn't receive any damage as well. Saying that, he's trying to get a TC up, and just quick walking the villager in. That was beautiful work. But Eighth Wonder's here, and also we have Dogao here, and this could be really bad for VM. Nikov has Conquistadors. That's his choice anyway. He doesn't have many of them, and that's a villager down. And now it's pretty much a 2v1 upon VM, and VM actually doesn't have any upgrades on his knight still, and this game is actually turned around. More vills going down, and VM's looking in an awful spot as the pocket. That vill's actually wedged in, so it definitely will die. And this TC's delayed. Ooh, this is team games. They can turn around so quickly. And of course we have Miguel here as well, picking up vills of 8th Wonder, who needs to pay attention. Miguel's still actually going crossbows, which is interesting. Oh, but there's a Mangonel, and if he could pick up the Mangonel, that'd be huge. He needs some micro, beautiful micro, and it looks like he'll just get that. He's gonna run into a TC. Can he pick off the vills here? Will Nick even notice? It looks like he will, and Nick is now coming in as well. Down to Miguel, so crazy stuff, as crossbows are still here from Dogao as well. And the crossbows, they're going to be a problem. Crossbows, fully upgraded, they're going to be a problem against the Knights of Koreans, without a shadow of a doubt. As 8th Wonder pushing underneath the TC of VM. 8th Wonder is at 75 vills, VM is at 57. That is the difference between the pocket eco right now. That's a huge deal. That is so insane. And, it's just going to add up. Once you get to Imperial Age, you can just, get the upgrades, and it's just so strong. 8th Wonder Dogao, this push has been so important. All the Hun players now going into Cav Archers, but I don't think Dogao is going to be able to push here. And that's kind of the problem for VM, because, he should have expected that if Nikov's, so stocked up in defense, that he's going to be receiving the pressure, and that's what happened. He's 2v1'd right now, and, Nikov sending a Mangonel back, he still can't deal with it. Miguel's offensive here, and he's putting pressure upon Nick. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? I feel like the pocket player is most important here, and he's going to get another Mangonel here, Miguel. Well, there's going to be a repairer there. Looks like he's just going to take a loss, and Knights are going to come out. Wow, crossbow's still there from Dogao. Dogao's done great. Let's be honest, he's done fantastic with these crossbows. As I say that, I hope I'm not jinxing him, because he's going towards the Mangonel, and more Knights coming in from 8th Wonder, but Conquistadors are there from Nikov. Yeah, Arteris, it definitely is random civ. Now, 8th Wonder has a lot of Knights, but they're being chased by wolves, but they're all very weak. I think the Conquistadors could do a decent job with the Knights of VM here, and they're just going to chase them down. That castle's going up from Nikov. It could be stopped by Dogao. And yet Nikov's going to go back. Wow. Now, he will eventually get it up, but certainly a huge deal. Knight's still being chased down. 8th Wonder's been a real pest to VM. VM's actually bottom score in his pocket. Now Dogao is looped around. Dogao's rating has been incredible. He's had 32 kills this game, and that's actually the highest. And now he's on Miguel. He's looped the entire way around the map. He's attacked every player. And, of course, we have Miguel up here still, attacking now 8th Wonder. But this is a team game, folks. This is awesome. Dogao's, he's going to lose this army now, though. He's running into the TC, and he's losing a lot of units. And 8th Wonder's running back. He's going light cav, which I find to be an interesting decision. I guess he has a lot of food and a lot of vitals, but he kind of has to make the decision. Does he want to continue to rebuild those farms if he still has 1,000 food? Looks like he's going to do that. This castle, will it go up? Looks like it will. The conquistadors do have an upgrade now, and they are strong. Similar range as well to the cav archers. I'm not sure if we've seen Thumb Ring come into any of the cav archers, but there's a lot more coming in now from Degao, and he might take the fight. I did not know he had so many. Of course, he's had the 4 ranges for quite a while. I think the big issue now is that 8th Wonder has 25 more vills than VM. There is a Mangonel there. That's 2 good shots from Nikov. Still, I think he's going to have some trouble winning this fight. But still, I think that turned out in his favor for sure, compared to the amount of army that Dogao had. And cav archers from Miguel. Miguel, he has to turn this around for his team. I mean, his allies have received a lot of losses. He might receive some losses now as well, as these weak knights that have still survived somehow from 8th Wonder come in. And realizing it is Miguel, what does he have? Well, I guess he'll send some cav archers back. Yes, he will. But, wow, it's been incredible play thus far. Going on his way up to Imp is Dogao and 8th Wonder. It just shows if your eco's untouched how quickly you can get up in comparison. And it's bad. All these vills going down that for Miguel. He's unable to throw them into the TC. He has cav archers here. He should be able to clean them up. It's just not looking good. As well, VM now running back and kind of relying on Nikov to save him with only about like 10-12 conquistadors. He's still losing some vills. VM's military is only at 16. I'm not even sure where they're at. They might be within his base. Yeah, there they are. And his upgrades as well is only a +1 defense. He's just getting +2 now, and he's losing so many vills. And all this idle time is just not good. So, with 8th Wonder on his way up to Imperial, it's going to be really hard. VM is as well. We have the barracks going up. And Dogao, I assume, will stick with cav archers. But 8th Wonder going with potentially halbs. So, obviously going with barracks, that's probably the move. We have Siege Workshops already up for Dogao, and Dogao, he's going to be going with, well, capped rams, and he has a lot of resources, could get a lot of upgrades for the cav archers, which are here, but wow! Wow, he got wedged in there for sure. He lost almost all of his army. That's not good at all. You know, for what Dogao has done with maximizing his play with all of his units, he's really done a lot of damage with very little. That was the complete opposite. He lost so much there. We missed a lot of it, but I still think he's in a good position, let's be honest. He's getting capped ram, he's getting thumb ring now. I'm sure he'll get bracer here in a moment. And he's going to have these rams. So many rams, actually. We have 1, 2, 3. He has 11 rams that'll be capped rams shortly. And he just ran these castles down, honestly. We'll see if Nikov can get any upgrades on his conquistadors and get rams as well. Still a small band of crossbows there from Miguel. I'd like to see him actually push out with those and just try and do something. He's on his way to Imp. He is Huns as well. I assume he'll do a similar approach to what we're seeing on the other side from Dogao. The real issue is that we're probably going to see a really weak push from VM, and VM is... he's struggling as far as eco is concerned. He's getting barracks as well. He'll go Hal, but he's not going to have as much for upgrades. And wow. Wow. Are these the same knights? I bet you these are the same group of knights from 8th Wonder. He's still picking off vills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 there. And 8th Wonder has killed so many units. He's added in some light cav, of course. And I guess those villagers were on the gold, and Nikov thought they were safe, but that's still a huge deal. He might lose them now if he fights those conquistadors, but 8th Wonder has been incredible, as has Dogao. And speaking of Dogao, he's pushing in. 8th Wonder's getting Onager as well. That's interesting decision. I guess he's going to send the Onagers this way. Yeah, he is. Onagers with only really help against, you know, cav archers. And he, well, he has a Mangonel waiting there. But it's like a really interesting decision. There's a lot of cav archers coming. Could he get a big shot? Could he get 2 big shots, actually, with an attack round? He's actually just going to miss with this one, I think. There's a lot more HP. Still killing some units there, though. It's funny how the upgrade came in just in time, but the worry, I think, is for Nikov. He's not receiving much help. I'm not really sure where VM is, and of course he received a lot of damage, but he might be just trying to build up and hope that Nikov can wait. But look at the amount of rams, look at the amount of cav archers. It's not looking good. I mean, hopefully for them, Miguel can do a lot of damage onto 8th Wonder right now at home. But Nick, he's getting Cavalier, and we haven't really seen much of Nick offensively this game, honestly. But he is getting Cavalier, and he will be getting +3 or the final defense upgrade, and he should be able to help out for sure. 8th Wonder's losing a lot of vills, though. But he is. The Onagers should be able to defend at least, so it's really awkward defense. And this castle might just go down. There's a lot of conquistadors. They're not elite conquistadors. There's a lot of rams there. There's a Treb as well. Siege rams coming in. And VM saying he's coming with some halbs. I just think it's too late, honestly. If you look at the ratings, VM's actually rated below all these players. He's 1,800. Everyone else is 2K. They were joking about it. They're saying, okay, you're going to have to take VM. But yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Those vills were desperately trying to repair it, but it was inevitable, really. And now, Cav Archers do have decent upgrades, just missing the last upgrade, which is the Heavy Cav Archer. And yeah, it's not looking good for Nikov on this side. Now, I'm kind of waiting to see what these buildings are going to do for 8th Wonder. I mean, I have a feeling he's going to try and push into Miguel, but look at Miguel. I mean, he has Cavalier, he has Paladin coming in, and, I mean, he could do something, right? But he has to do it fast. I think it's going to be too late. It's going to be way too late. Nikov is losing so much, and, of course, Nick is pretty strong on this side now as well. He's 129 vills. He could be getting Paladin as well shortly. And it looks like it's GG to me. Of course, if you go into Conquistadors in Spanish, you need your castles. He's going for another castle here. He's lost one. And could lose the other ones pretty easily as well. These Conquistadors, oh, they are elite now as well, which is very good. At least they'll hold on for quite a while. Nick has come over now, though. It's pretty much a 2v1. I still don't... I guess now Onagers come in for VM, but a little late. A little late. With Nick here with the Cavalier, he can pick off the Onagers pretty easily. But they're the soon-to-be Paladin from Miguel pushing out. I don't think he's just spotted these buildings here from 8th Wonder. He has the Paladin, and that's a hefty amount of Paladin. He could push on in. 8th Wonder's waiting with some halbs, and he has fully upgraded halbs for the Koreans there. I'd like to see Dogal really continue this push and not wait. We actually see chemistry coming in for 8th Wonder. I wonder if that means he's going hand cannons, or if he's getting chemistry for his siege, because there's much talk about if getting chemistry is smart for Onagers or not, because it affects, I think, the accuracy of it. But he has it now, and he's firing upon these Conquistadors, and he has hefty range as Koreans. He's doing a good job. He's going to be able to keep pushing, and now with Heavy Cav Archer Dogal. And there's the GG, and it looks as though Nikov pretty much finished off anyway. And well played. That was a great game. That was a fantastic game. It was a lot of fun. And Miguel was pretty strong, I have to say. Credit, but, you know, it was the strongest players of that game were 8th Wonder and Dogal all around. And thank you guys for watching that one. We'll catch you in the next game.